Hey guys, welcome back to Figure. If you're brand new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Today we're going to take a look at S.H.Figaurts Mighty Thor from the movie Thor Love and Thunder. Again, I talked about in my previous review, I didn't really like the movie, but I'm not going to talk about that here. Always been a big fan for Natalie Portman, but this one, I don't know. Saw the head sculpt, probably not that great. But anyways, here's the left of the box, here's the right of the box, and here's the back of the box. And that's not wasting more time. Bust this thing open and see what we got. Looking actually pretty decent here, especially with the helmet. And here's the figure still in the inner packaging, looking pretty decent. Hopefully the articulation is good, and let's check it out. Alright, and here we have the figure itself, and honestly my first impression on this figure turned out to be a little bit better than I expected. The face is not as bad as I imagined, but I feel like the hair could have been a little bit better. Like the hair, I think it's a little bit too puffy here. Make her head looks a little bit big and has short neck, but let's just take a close look at the figure. I think it does capture the look of Natalie Portman in certain angles, especially from the side. From the front, not so much, but from the side, I think it's beautiful. And I think the problem with this is because of the hair, right? Like, they can make this hair maybe cover her forehead just a tiny bit more. I don't know, man. Like, they could have done this just a tiny bit better, but yeah, I think the hair is the problem. Like, when it comes to, like, women or, like, the female characters, it's really hard for them to do because they have to figure out the articulation and at the same time make sure this doesn't hinder too much. But for the most part, they always manage to screw it up. It kind of reminds me of Wonder Woman, which is not that bad, but you guys get the idea. Like, whenever there's like hair popping out, it just kind of feels like she's wearing her hair instead of this being her hair. I don't know. Now, maybe this part can be a little bit thinner. Let me know in the comments. But for the most part, everything's very nicely painted and sculpted. The figure feels very durable, and from a certain angle, it does look very, very good. Yeah, she looks good from the side. But yeah, let's check out the articulation. And for the articulation, let's quickly go over it from the neck down. She can only look up about this much, look down about this much. The hair is very hindered, and you can move her head side to side, but again, very hindered. And for the arm, we have the regular S.H.Figaurts female body. She can raise the arm up about this much, which is really nice. Some of the best I have experienced. And then we do have bicep swivel, can curl about this much, strong bicep. And then you do get the regular ball and hinge wrist. And for the ab crunch, you can bend forward about this much, which is quite a lot. You can bend backwards about this much, very smooth. Very nice side-to-side movement. And the skirt pieces over here is on a softer material. It's a little bit hindering. Kind of wish this is a little bit softer. But you can kick her leg up. She doesn't have any pull-down method or anything, so like this is gonna be a little bit hindered. Yeah, this is super hindered. Wow. She can only kick up about this much. Bend about this much. Thighs swivel like just within the ball joint over there, so it's really not too much. And you have really good side-to-side pivot and toe hinge. I believe that's it for the articulation. This lower body articulation really is a problem. This is your regular female body and not much of an engineering. Maybe she doesn't need to do all these acrobatics, but I don't know. This is a little bit of a letdown. But we'll figure out what we can do during action posing. But for now, let's check out the accessories. And for the accessories, we can start with the default face, and I think it looks really good for the most part. It's just the hair could sculpt a little bit better, I feel like. Nah, man, she looks beautiful. And next up, we get the interchangeable head with the helmet and the light up eyes, and I think this looks absolutely amazing. And you can actually still tell this is Natalie Portman. And I feel like the hair is really funny, right? It's like two pieces of hair on top of a hair. I'm pretty sure this is very annoying for them to do as well, but it is what it is. You can also just remove that part, so it gives you a little bit better articulation. So yeah, I guess turned out to be okay with the mask face. And for the rest of the stuff, it is really straightforward, so I'm just going to quickly talk about it. We have two pairs of hands just like Thor. One is a pair of just relaxed open hands or display open hands. And then we get a pair of hands to hold the Mjolnir. And the Mjolnir this time around is really cool. It's kind of like cracking and everything, and then we do get two effect parts, and one of them is like the Mjolnir like just popping off, and then the other one is just the lightning effect. And yeah, this is very, very cool. I really like how they're doing it right now, even though it seems more lazy, but I think this works a lot better. Instead of giving us like effect parts, the whole thing just gets interchanged. But yeah, I believe that's everything. This is a really nice looking Mjolnir. You can kind of like see the energy like coming out. And yeah, let's check out some action posing. And for the size comparison, let us start with some S.H.Figaurts I have around, and I think they look amazing together. I actually ended up liking this figure quite a lot. And then we have some good old Dragon Ball S.H.Figaurts, some Naruto and Jujutsu Kaisen S.H.Figaurts, and then we have some badass Mayfax figures. And lastly, we have some Figma figures, and let's jump straight into the final thoughts. Alright, so for the final thoughts, I think the figure actually turned out to be pretty decent, and I do highly recommend it. Especially if you're a big fan of Natalie Portman, you should definitely get this figure. And yeah, I think that's it from me. Do let me know in the comments on what you think, and this is Eric. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!